To a special COVID-19 edition of Schleyteach. I've been hearing a lot of really interesting questions about the coronavirus, and I wanted to use this channel to address some of what I've been asked. So what we're going to talk about today is why we use antibacterial soap to fight a virus. The content for this lesson is broken up into 5 sections. First, we're going to go over a short answer to that question. Second, we're going to go a little bit more in depth and talk about the structure of soap, the structure and functionality of a virus, what happens when COVID and soap meet each other, and then for extra credit, give a little note on hand sanitizer. So let's get started. The short answer is we don't need antibacterial soap to fight a virus. It just needs to be soap. The chemical structure of any soap is able to pull apart virus molecules and render them ineffective. If you want to know a little bit more about why that is, let's talk about what soap looks like on a molecular level. There's 2 parts to a soap molecule. The first is a non-polar tail made up of a fatty acid chain. Fats and lipids are usually non-polar, so that's no big surprise. The second is a polar head made up of a sodium or potassium salt. So that means that this part of the molecule has a slight charge. And remember, water molecules are also polar. The oxygen has a slight negative charge and the hydrogen has a slight positive charge. So when you mix soap and water together, water is attracted to this part of a soap molecule, leaving the non-polar tail free to yank around other non-polar substances, usually other lipids or fats, which is why soap is so great at breaking up grease. It also helps breaking up viruses. Let's look now at the structure of a virus and see why that is. So here's a picture of a virus molecule, and you can see the outer parts. There are little protein spikes coming off the top. This surface is made up of what we call a lipid envelope, and then the part that you can't see inside is the genetic material, the DNA or RNA strands. And what a virus is always trying to do is shed that DNA or RNA into a viable host cell so that it can recreate virus material. What we want to do is render that DNA or RNA, that genetic material, ineffective before it's able to attack one of our healthy functioning cells. When you look at a close-up of coronavirus, you can see this a little bit better. You see these protein spike molecules. These look like coronas or halos. That's how the virus gets its name. Those are the yellow things and the blue things. The red is a lipid envelope, a fatty envelope. That's going to be really important. And then this pink stuff inside, that's the bad virus stuff that coronavirus molecules are just dying to infect us with. That's the genetic material. So when soap meets the coronavirus on your hands, you have these soap molecules. Remember, this is all happening in an aqueous water solution, so the polar heads of the molecules are pulled towards water molecules. The non-polar tails are attracted to the lipids on the surface of that coronavirus. This stuff right here, this red stuff. Once that attraction happens, the soap molecules are able to pull apart the shell of a coronavirus particle, rendering it ineffective. And then when you wash the soapy water mixture down the sink, all of that useless DNA, RNA, and protein coating just goes away with it. So that is the longer answer of why we use soap and water to counter coronavirus molecules. If you want to stay tuned for another 30 seconds, let's talk about hand sanitizer. Because hand sanitizer is also an effective means of combating viruses, but it works a little bit differently. The active ingredient in hand sanitizer is alcohol, and what alcohol does to the surface of that coronavirus molecule is it denatures, it deforms and melts away all of these proteins in the outer protective coating so that the overall shape of the virus is rendered ineffective. Soap and water is a little bit of a better medium to get rid of the virus because you want to make sure that all the grease and stuff on your hands is breaking down as well as the virus molecules. But hand sanitizer can be used in a pinch. Here are some of the sources that I used making this video. In case you find them helpful, I'll put them in the notes as well. And if you have any questions about coronavirus, please feel free to ask in the comments because I'd love to keep making these videos. Have a great day.